All right, good afternoon, everyone. Once again, welcome to today's Robotics Education Live session. If you can hear me, you could just send a message on the chat box so I can see you. Okay, Abdulaziz, you're welcome. Tochuku, you're welcome. Okay, who else is there? Khadija Sabo, you're welcome. If you can hear me, please type on the chat box so I can see. Okay. Okay, Eric, okay, thank you. Abdulaziz, okay, good reactions, all good. Welcome once again. Quickly, we will go straight to today's live class. All right. All right, welcome once again. Today we are encroaching into a new module, a new topic entirely. Remember, we've been working on Robotics 401. Today we are kickstarting in the month of September, Robotics 402, and we are looking at the flip side of STEM and robotics. When I mean flip side, I mean away from our talks on robots, our talks on robots, our talks on STEM and all that. Now, remember we've talked about building of robots, we talked about the coding, programming, line following, sensor movement, and all that. Today, with the time frame we have, we're going to be looking at how we can approach it in a different dimension. I really want to get responses from us. If if you're a teacher, just type on the chat box. I teach, I teach, I teach, I teach. One of the messages in the classroom, somebody saying that, okay, I don't teach, but I just passionate about robotics. Just send a message on the chat box. Let me know if you teach or you take robotics in schools or you teach STEM or sciences, as it were. Please, I need us to just a very brief type on the chat box. I will appreciate that. Okay, today we're looking at understanding differentiation and inclusion in STEM and robotics. Understanding differentiation and inclusion in STEM and robotics. And I want us to understand that in every learning environment, especially when it has to do with STEM and robotics, you will encounter different things. As interesting as it were, you will encounter different challenges. You will encounter different interesting scenarios. That's the truth, okay? That's the truth. You will encounter a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot. And you must be prepared for the task ahead of you. You must be prepared, okay? You must be prepared. And that is why we are all here today. We're looking at how to overcome these challenges as regards differentiation and inclusion in STEM and robotics. Remember, your students have different, how would I put it now, different retention rates. Your learners have different capacity of retaining whatever you are discussing with them or you're teaching them, practically speaking, as regards robotics, okay? Some may grasp coding quickly, some may excel at building, some may be quick at the programming, some may be quick at setting up the elements and the parameters that you use for your robotics. You need to understand that these students, these learners are good in different areas. So you as a teacher, you must be able to bring them all together. The motive is for them to learn and to learn the best way. And that's why we're looking at differentiation. Okay, some of the students need extra support to be able to fully engage. Some just at the brisk of it, they are already there, they understand what you are already saying. Okay, differentiation, as we're going to look at today, will ensure that we adapt our teaching to meet these diverse needs. Okay, while inclusion we're going to discuss today also makes sure that every learner, regardless of their ability, gender, or background, they feel valued. Okay, they feel supported and are capable of contributing meaningfully. This reminds me vividly when working with my students. I've always find out that they have their capacities in different areas. Okay, hardly before you see a student that is very good, okay, in everything. Yes, there are some of them like that, but they have their strength. They have their strength in different areas. Okay, some are specialists in building, some are specialists as regards coding, some are specialists as they are very good with picking up the right beams, the right elements, the right connector pegs that will empower you to build your robots. Okay, please take note of that. So that's why we are looking at this inclusion and the topic before us today. All right. All right. The lesson objective before us is very clear. We're looking at the concept of differentiation and inclusion in STEM and robotics. We're also going to identify three types of learner diversity, and we analyze the analysis of a simple robotic classroom scenario and inclusive strategies. Quickly, let's go there now. Differentiation. When we talk about differentiation, we are referring to how the tailoring teaching methods, okay, the different methods in which we can apply as regards teaching robotics, all right, and STEM in our various schools or our teaching environment. Okay, these resources and activities to meet the varying needs of learners. What we're saying is this: must have understand the different methods at which we are passing this message. Remember, robotics can be new to some of our students. Okay, it can be a new concept to some of our pupils because they might not have heard about it before. Not just pupils generally, even people out there, you get to talk to them about robotics. Not all schools go through the robotics classes presently, but thank God it's already a welcoming scene for different schools out there in our society. It will get to a point where it becomes a household name for every school. I think as of September this year now, it's already into the curriculum in Nigeria. Okay, I've heard and I've read that the federal government has incorporated it into their curriculum. That's STEM, ICT, robotics, as it were. Okay, so that tells you it's going far. So now you, as a facilitator, as a teacher, how do we go about it? You must devise your own means, okay, that the learners will understand what you are teaching, okay, especially robotics education. This could mean giving advanced students more complex programming challenges while providing step-by-step guidance for beginners. For all these students, they have different capacities and they learn in different ways. So what do? There are some of them that already knows what to do, all right? There are some of them that do not know what to do. Those that do not know what to do, you must be able to carry them along as regards instructions and step-by-step guidance on what they are to do. That's differentiation. Differentiation has to do with referring or tailoring your teaching method resources to see that everyone understands, everyone is carried along, and you have to break it down at different levels, all right, to see that students are able to cope up with what you're teaching. All right, for example, if you're coming up with saying, okay, let's build up robots. Okay, a robot. Now the question is, what are you going to use for the building of these robots? Do you have a kit? If you don't have a particular kit, what are you going to use? That's one thing. Are you using a carton? You can use a carton. Are you using just a rotor and some plastic pebbles together? Something like that. And you must be able to watch and see that they understand what you're saying and they can actually carry out your instruction. Inclusion also. We're looking at the concept of inclusion. What does it mean? Creating a learning environment where every student, regardless of gender, ability, culture, or background, has equal opportunity to participate and succeed. Robotics is not only for the rich, it's not only for the high class, it's not only for the wealthy. Robotics education is for all. So, as educators, as teachers, you must know how you are going to make it inclusive for everyone. We must make it inclusive for all of our learners. Let's look at our benefits. Let's look at our benefits, okay? Benefits of diverse, benefits of diverse classroom. Number one, okay, after considering differentiation, we've seen the meaning. We also consider inclusion. Okay, now the question is, after considering inclusion, let's look at the benefits. Okay, how can we benefit? How can they benefit from diverse classroom? Number one, equity in learning. All students can access robotics education at their own level. That's what I found out. Robotics at their own level, all students can benefit. They can benefit, okay, at their own level. Whatever level it is, primary, pre-primary, secondary, junior, they can benefit. That is to say, you must be able to bring it down to their level and to make sure that they will cope up with it. You don't start robotics lessons and just go and start from line following sensor. No, no, a lot of things you must start with, okay? Aside all that, a lot of things you can start with, okay? You can start with other things. Another benefit is improved engagement. Improved engagement. Students feel valued and motivated when lessons connect with their strengths and needs. Okay, quick one now. If you have a robotics kit in your unit, your school, or wherever you are, just type yes or no. Type yes or no. All right. If you have a kit, if you have a kit, a robotics kit, just type um just type yes, okay? Please type yes. Type yes, okay? If you don't have, if you don't have, type no. All right, okay? Okay, Ogochukwu, thank you for that response. So I need to know so that I can know okay, no, we don't have, no, we don't have, all right, okay. Okay, thank you. No, we don't have. No, we don't have. Okay, I'm getting a response. Daniel, thank you for your response. Abdulaziz, thank you for your response. Okay, Ogochukwu, thank. Please, let's mute. Let's mute. Okay, thank you. All right. So, Okay, thank you for that response. All right. No, we don't have. Okay. Now, if you don't have robotics kit, now what you do now, let me diversify a bit. You have to now begin to look into, except you want to make your purchase personally. Okay, but outside that, there are a lot of things you can achieve outside having the robotics kit. Okay, there are a lot of things. You go online. One of our videos, I think last week or last 2 weeks or thereabout, where we had to do some building on cartons, okay, robots, and I posted the link. You can check it from the educational resource I posted. You will see that there are a lot building robots with cartons, building robots with plastics. It will help a lot. And trust me, your students, it will improve engagement. Like what I said, students feel valued and motivated when lessons connect with their strengths and needs. Also, 21st century skill development, learners build teamwork, empathy, and problem-solving skills in diverse groups. When lessons are differentiated and inclusive, students feel recognized and valued. No one is left out. Okay, we don't want any student to be left out. We don't want any one of them to be left out. Okay, everyone should benefit and partake in the lessons. Okay, they are more motivated to participate and persist in challenging robotics tasks. If you bring out something and you tell your students, we are going to build this, we are going to do this, trust me, you will see them all out, ready to be a part of it. And you know what it also does? One of the benefits again is collaboration. The ones that are very good at it, the ones that are not good at it, everybody comes together to see that they work together as a team. All right. Also, an inclusive robotics class nurtures respect. Okay, it nurtures respect, it nurtures cooperation and a sense of belonging among all learners. Every learner wants to see that, oh, I am part of this lesson. I am part of this robot building. I am part of this task and I'm part of what is happening. It gets them excited and it makes them see and be they feel among. They know that, oh, I did this. They take responsibility of what has happened. Not like, oh, it was Jimmy, my friend, that did that. I don't know anything about it. No, when you pair them up, Jimmy is picking up a peg, John is fixing the peg. At the end of the day, everyone gives the applause and they're excited that they all took part in it. Right, this supportive environment also reduces competition and encourages peer learning. No competition, peer learning. Okay, they're not competing with each other, they are complementing each other as they work as a team. What we call encouraging peer learning. All right, let's move on. Let's look at types of learner diversity. Quickly. In any robotics class, students differ in many ways. A facilitator must recognize and respect these differences to foster inclusion. Don't separate your class. They can be in groups, but don't segregate them. Make sure your yardstick for pairing them up in their groups is the same all over. Okay, not separating the high flyers, the most intelligent ones, to the others. No, mix them up, pair them up, equal arrangement, equal yardstick for combinations. Then you can have a fair, inclusive class. Learning styles. Okay, types of learning diversity. Learning styles. Some students learn best by seeing visuals, others by hands-on doings, kinesthetic. Okay, while some prefer listening, auditory, or working in groups, collaborative. These styles must be inclusive in your groups for your robotics session. Okay, the visual, the kinesthetics, the auditory, and the collaborative all together must be present. Abilities. Students may have different cognitive levels, physical abilities, or special educational needs that affect how they interact with robotics kit and coding. All right, now we must understand this also. different levels. Some are quick on building, some are relaxed and they listen more, some are calm and they want to work as a team, some just want to watch videos and to be able to collaborate and pick up from there, right? Also, backgrounds, socioeconomic status, cultural influences, gender expectations, and prior exposure to technology can shape how students approach robotics. Some of them have access to laptops, some do not have access to laptops, some have devices like Android devices and co. Some do not have at all. Now, when they meet up in a classroom, trust me, the ones that have been exposed before will might want to have an upper edge. But in the course of your combining them together in their groupings, you will see that they come out unique and they stand out. Okay, so recognizing these differences allows the facilitator to adapt task. Okay, and also when we say adapt task, we are talking about the visual aid, voice instruction, group projects, and accessible technology. Adapt all this together for you to have a diverse class and inclusive class. Very important for your class to thrive. Okay, let's look at the robotic classroom scenarios and inclusive strategies. Number one, example. For example, a robotics class is tasked with building and programming a robot car. Okay, that's the task for the class. You want to build a robot car. Some students complete it quickly, while some others struggle to assemble the parts or understand the coding. Inclusive strategies can apply. Pair stronger students with those needing support. I said that earlier on. The stronger ones, pair them with those that need support, ensuring collaboration rather than competition. Number two, tiered assignment. Provide a basic task. Example, make a robot move forward for beginners and an extended challenge. Okay, and you can also add maybe a turning sensor for advanced learners. That's cool. Okay, that's a task. Make your robot move forward. Okay, for those that are more experienced, you can say add a sensor for maybe detect obstacles or stops. All right, also assistive tools like use visual aids, use a PDF document. For example, I do that a lot. For every building for beginners, I give them PDF step-by-step building. I think I sent it to Ross one of our take home assignments some time ago. I posted it and I gave you a link where you click, and I'm sure most of you must have downloaded it. Let me confirm that. Please on your chat box, please click if you downloaded that PDF robot building what's it called now, robot building instructions I sent. Please click yes, let me know if you did that. If you downloaded it from the link that I posted, click yes. If you did not, kindly click no. Let me know if you are really pushing up on these sessions. I sent, let me repeat that quickly before I round up. I sent a PDF, a link that you click and download. Okay, I sent a link that you will click and download. Okay, I was not able to click the link. Okay, all right. Oh yes, you might not be able to click the link, Mr. Akindele. You could just type it out. It wasn't a long link. You could type it out, and when you type, because I know you get your lessons on video, right? And on video, as you get your lessons, type it out, check it. I think that should be I think maybe 14, 15 or thereabout. 13, 14, or 15 week. Check it. No. Can we get the link again? Okay. If you can get the link again, it is very, very possible. It is very, very possible. I'm going to share the link here again to everyone. Okay. I'm going to put it on this session. Okay. Just permit me, give me quickly, give me just 1 minute. I need us to get this. If you can get this, it will make a whole lot of sense. Let me see. Okay, this, that. Let me see. Let me see a class activity. Okay, no. A second, don't worry. I'm checking it up. Okay, align. Chicken drink download. Oh, wonderful. Okay. Okay, I got it. Okay, thank you. So I'm sharing now right away. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. All right. Can you see my screen? If you can see my screen quickly. No. Okay, have you seen the link? Check the chat box. I posted the link. If you check the link now, that link, it will take you to a PDF file that you click and you're able to download what's it called? An instruction. Okay, thank you, Ogochuku. I can see your response. Okay, Perpetua, good one. If you click the link, that link will give you a PDF file, a PDF document. You're welcome, Mr. Okay, Aisha, you're welcome. If you click that link, you will get a PDF document of step-by-step building of a particular robot that we used some time ago, my team and I. All right. So let me move on now. Yeah, let's reflect now. You write a short reflection, okay? Please make sure you send this on the platform. Make sure you send this. Write a short reflection. What adaptations will you choose and why as regards differentiation and inclusion, all right? What adaptation will you choose and why? Let me ask another one. How would these changes make every learner feel included? How can you include? What do you want to do to see that every of your learners are carried along and none is left out? Even when you don't have a kit, what do you do? I don't mind getting responses on the chat box. You don't have a kit. I agree with you. How do you think you can teach robotics? I don't mind getting response on that. Okay, somebody send a response. Let me see. Okay, okay. X19 Pro. How can you teach robotics even when you don't have a kid? What do you think you can do? Okay, as a teacher or as an educationist, what do you think you can do? All right, another question here. What did you learn about the importance? You didn't see the link. That is the link now. Who is saying I didn't see the link? Who is that? X19 Pro. I just sent the link. Okay, I'm sending again. How about now? Can you see it? How about now? Can you see it? Okay, so what did you learn about the importance of inclusive robotics session? I want us to write out this even before the note is sent on the platform. Quickly go answer this and post. Okay, okay, that's a response. Abdulaziz said you tend to make the student collaborate and share ideas in the robotics class. Wonderful. Yes, wonderful. I need more response. I need more response. Aisha, are you there? Perpetua, are you there? Okay, Ogochuku, are you there? Ogochuku, are you there? You can respond on that. What do you think you can do as a robotics facilitator or teacher and or a science teacher, and you want to teach your students inclusively in robotics? How do you think you can attain this? All these questions you can see on your slide now. Do well to answer them. All right, answer them and post them on the platform. We'll pick it up from there. I'll respond to it and we'll all forge ahead. Okay. So these are your reflection questions. These are your reflection questions, okay? What does inclusion in robotics education mean to you? What does it mean to you? Okay? What does it mean to you? What does it mean to you? Okay? Why is it important to consider different learning styles in a robotic classroom? Okay? Okay? Ogochukwu said, I think I will start from the basics and get their ideas on what tasks to fulfill, on using what can be obtainable. Wonderful, that it is. Use what is obtainable. You start from simple and you rise to the complex ones. That is very, 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 very correct. Okay, very, very correct. Others can send in their responses. You can also send in your responses. Okay, and also send in your responses. And we'll be fine with that. Okay, Adebi Daniel, you've not responded since in the course of the class. Adebi Daniel, all right, Adebi Daniel, I've not gotten any response from you. Okay, Mustafa Abdulrazak, Mustafa, okay, I've not gotten any response from you also, right? So attend to these questions and feel free. You could screenshot it on your screen, screenshot it, or you could highlight, or any way you think you can extract these reflection questions. Make sure you answer them and post it on the in the platform so I can see and respond accordingly. In the absence of any other question, if you have any questions so far in robotics, feel free. Ask your questions. I'm here. We can analyze and discuss it out so you can get better clarity. Any question, the house is open. Any question, okay? Okay. Ogochukwu says, for some learners, some learners are always shy when others answers questions, but inclusive and collaboration make them feel among, they feel belonged. Okay, thank you. That is very, very correct. That is a very, very correct response. Thank you so, so much. If you have any question, ask now. Okay, while I'll stop sharing. Okay, while I'll stop sharing. This is a link. You get it on your platform when it is posted. You can access a video and materials on differentiation. All right, do we have any question? If we don't have any question, okay, at this point, we'll round up the class and it will be a day as we end today's session. I hope to connect with you online, okay? Okay, Mustafa Bala said, it is fantastic. It is fantastic as it encourages collaborative activities among the exceptional and slow learner children. Thank you. Very, very correct. Very correct. So I want us to apply this in all of our teaching and learning. Okay, not just robotics. You teach sciences, whatever you do in your group discussion, in the thinking, pairing, and sharing method, all you do, make sure that you carry on differentiation and inclusive classroom so that everyone will be a beneficiary of the knowledge you are sharing. Thank you very much, and God bless you. Okay, somebody saying it's highly interesting, but I am basic primary, not robotics. Yeah, your basic primary, you can begin to apply the things you're learning even while you teach your basic primary mathematics. Okay, okay, somebody asked a question. My question is, we that are in local areas that can be very frustrating for parents to get the cheapest one. How do you cope? Okay, good one. Now, even if you don't have the robotics kit, quickly let me answer this question very, very germane. Now, you can see cartons, you can carry out your robotics sessions with cartons. You can carry out your robotics sessions with materials around you. You can carry out robotics sessions with wires and batteries, rotors. If you can afford to buy a panel, a board, okay, like all these boards, they are sold for 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, different boards, okay. You might not have the bulky funds to purchase customized kits like Arduino, Total, Quacky, PictoBlocks, or EV3 Lego, Mindstorm, or TM Robo. There are a lot of things you can do that will spark up the interest of these students. While they grow up, they can get to a point where they can afford kits. But you as a teacher, if you can afford to buy a kit personally for yourself and use it for your pupils, good. But if you cannot, you can make do with things around you. There are a lot of materials, a lot of learning links and connections where you can get to learn more on these things, okay? Mr. Ogochukwu, do you understand what I just said? Ikai, do you understand? All right, thank you for that. You can. The basic thing is you look inward, check around you. Okay, we'll look into it and make teachings and learning so interesting and effective, sir. All right, good one, Abdul Razak. Thank you for that response. Thank you so much. All right, I think I'll round up the class at this point. Thank you very much. Bye for now.